studio to that one. Thanks to Ensor, who listened to that yesterday and was like, yeah, you need to put that on the show, basically. So it is your Morning Magic show with Sera here on Native Radio. Today is my first ever interview. I've got two interviews, one with the amazing Ify Iwobi, Professor Uzo, and also Kai View in the studio, who has travelled down here from Coventry, but originally from LDN. So, Ify. Hi, Ify. Hi. Oh my God, the interview is beginning. Hi.
So excited to be here.
Oh my gosh, I haven't put the mics on. It's okay, guys. Oh my God. So Ify is actually here, by the way. Can you hear her now? Yeah, she's here.
Hello, Sera.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. So,
Tell
me,
yeah,
are you happy?
Here.
We're happy to have you at Native Radio, actually.
Gosh, I've never been to Native Radio, but entering this building is absolute vibes. I'm loving the decor. I'm loving the vibes. Loving the people. Ake, shout out to you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Shout out to Sera. Shout out to Kai. Professor.
Yeah.
We got a party in here.
We've got a bit of a family on a Saturday morning.
Radio.
I know, you actually do. This building is epic. Every time I come into Cardiff, I'm just like, I feel like I'm doing things, you know, and then I walk into this beautiful building and I'm like, okay. And then you see the room and you're like, yeah, things are happening in here.
Things are definitely.
So yeah, I mean, it's amazing that you're my first interview, right? I mean, we met in college, didn't we?
We did.
We actually did. We were in our music A-levels together. I remember Sibelius.
Sibelius back in the day. Remember our lecturer Lee?
Yeah, I remember Lee. But I just remember you were an absolute whiz on Sibelius as well. And I kept coming to you and being like, how do I do this thing with this quaver?
But you were a whiz on vocals. And
I was, yeah.
It was kill it.
Thank you so much. So, I mean, you have such an amazing career so far. I remember just coming to Cardiff, moving here, getting the Native Radio gig, just trying to join the music scene, really. And I was starting to network. And believe it or not, I found you on Instagram and I couldn't believe how big you'd gotten. I was actually like, oh my God, Ify, what are you? Wow, you know? So I hit you up, didn't I? I hit you up. And here we are. So this is amazing.
It's just mad to reconnect again after so many years. And yeah, it's just absolute vibes to see my girl, Sera. Yes.
So I've been playing your music on the show recently, and I also attended your showcase recently. So we will go into that a little bit. But first, tell me basically, you're here. We're here to talk about you, and I would like you to just tell me what it's like to be you and what's it like to be, an artist.
Cool. So I'll tell the audience a bit about myself. Hello, Native Radio people. My name is Ify Iwobi. I'm a pianist, composer, producer, musical director, and a BBC Radio Wales A-list artist. I am similar to those who know Clean Bandit, Benny Blanco, Jax Jones, ADP. Those are the real G's who do not sing but produce all their music and compose and feature vocalists. So yeah, it's an absolute pleasure to kind of link to those kind of guys. And a little bit about me. A few fun facts. I'm the first Welsh Nigerian musician to have 9 consecutive A-list tracks.
Whoa.
On BBC Radio Wales. Which
Damn! Where's my smash button? Have I got what does this one do?
It does.
I don't know.
Pow, pow, pow. We got our own sound effects that we don't even need it. We
that.
The room.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So that's literally amazing.
It's mad. So it absolutely blows my mind to have 9 A-list tracks. You just upload on BBC Introducing and it gets assessed. And it's like, I got an email. I composed one of my Afrobeat tracks thinking about you. I was focusing on Afropop. And that's how I kind of got on the A-list kind of genre. And yeah, I got an email. I uploaded it on BBC Introducing and they were like, it's been assessed and we'd like to A-list that track. Thinking about you featuring Jimmy Abdul.
And you've just kept getting bangers out basically, and you've kept growing your portfolio, and
I'm
just
grateful.
the ones that we were going to listen to today on the show, honestly, I was sat there last night and I was like, this is mad talent. Honestly, like insane talent. Tell me a little bit more, because I remember at the showcase, some auntie from Newport, I'm sorry, I don't remember names, a cool auntie from Newport was talking about how you worked with the RAF orchestra, right? And they were talking about how your music was invoking like images of actual like soldiers and things like that, or people. Yeah, tell me more about that.
The Royal Air Force Orchestra.
Yeah.
That was unreal. That was a Mazza moment which happened. Well, that opportunity kind of came about. I was performing in Senedd Parliament back in the day, a few years ago. And I got scouted by Stephen Perham, who worked for the Royal Air Force Orchestra. I played my classical composition, Flying High, a piano kind of solo piece. He really liked it and said, you need to connect to the director of music for the Royal Air Force Orchestra.
Okay.
So he kind of made that opportunity happen. And he linked me up, and the director of music actually messaged me, we've got this connection from Stephen and we would like to work with you to perform your own original classical composition, Flying High, and we'd like to arrange it. Mad.
Absolutely insane, actually.
Mad. And I travelled to Royal Air Force Northolt. It actually took place. And I just remember the first thing, Sarah, walking in the room and a live orchestra is playing your own composition back to you. The sound was unbelievable. Mega blastic. Fantastic. Super fabulous, and it was just shocking, really. It was absolutely mind-blowing hearing a live orchestra playing your music. That's only like a dream that can just happen like in the far ether of the universe, and then it just happened.
That really does sound like a dream come true. I can't imagine, like, as you said that, I was just like, I'd probably well with tears, I'm not gonna lie. I would be like transcended somehow to another level of something.
Me and Professor Uzo, my mom, we were just like so emotional.
Yeah, I bet you would be.
Yeah.
It's just amazing that you can create, something that's so profound emotionally, spiritually, visually to the mind as well, and just like physically, through something so physical, it's just so great.
Yeah,
for everybody, actually. It's such a gift.
Thank you so much.
That's basically what music is, really, isn't it? You're gifting people something like. It's a gift.
Yeah,
it's a little bit of the divine, really.
Yeah. And did you know that? I forgot a fun fact about them. They were the same orchestra that played for the King's coronation, and they performed for Queen Elizabeth II's funeral. So they're big time.
They're big orchestra people.
Big time. And, we gelled so well. From there, they learned another 4 of my pieces and orchestrated them. They travelled to Wales and we performed in the Pierhead building in Parliament again. It was just magic. It was magic. They did my jazz piece Curiosity, and they did Flying High again, which is a classical composition, piano. They did, what else did they do? They did Waterfall, a lot of sort of classical and jazz, but they're quite diverse in their own styles. Like they can switch it up from classical to hip hop.
I'd like to see them doing hip hop at the King's coronation or like the next one. That would be like, we're going to switch it up now to hip hop orchestra, because if he's doing Afrobeats now.
Afrobeat.
Speaking of coming from a very classical background, right, and just composing and like having all these beautiful scores of music. Where is your music sort of going now? So I've been playing No Sleep on the show for a while now. I'm not going to be able to play it today, Ake, because it's not coming out. But we have another 2 songs from you today that are just kind of like, are they exclusive? Or they're exclusive.
They can be premiered on Native Radio
this
today.
is literally amazing. So we're getting 2 Ify Iwobi songs premiered on Native Radio today. Please, technical angels, allow this.
They will. May the technical angels shine down upon it.
On Cardiff specifically, just for this next half an hour.
They will.
So you were doing a lot of classical sort of like music, and it's changed, isn't it?
Changed.
It's really like evolved. So tell me about that evolution.
The journey, yeah. So I'll tell you about the whole journey.
Yeah.
I started like tinkering with piano and instruments from the age of like 8 months old. My parents saw that I was really drawn to music and the piano. They invested piano lessons in me when I was like old enough, at 7 years old. I had lessons, studied. Music has been in the blood for as long as I can remember. On my dad's side, my grandma my grandma and grandpa were composers in Nigeria.
Oh, so it's kind of like come down the line, I guess.
Yeah. And then my grandma on mum's grandma, grandma's mum, she was a classical pianist.
Okay, so you've literally just like, I don't know, does it feel, you've inherited it sort of, but it's also beautiful that you kind of just took that on, right? Because sometimes we can be given things by our parents, or maybe we have another path, but you have literally just had this like gift and you've used it, and it's really beautiful.
I'm so grateful, honestly. I couldn't imagine doing anything else. It's not easy though, the music journey. I've had to do 3 jobs to fund my music. I've had to, really graft, all independent, no label backing, just all your own efforts and putting it on social media, no one's going to do it for you. You got to make those steps, you got to make those moves, and then the results come in. It's not easy though. It's really, really tough. I haven't had any funding, say I've applied for funding, never ever been funded. All independent.
It's interesting. Do you think that maybe funding look at you and think you're already quite successful and all that kind of stuff? Or like, it's a really difficult one because I can't imagine how many people like apply for funding and things. But yeah, I mean, it's just been amazing that you've even like pushed this far with the 3 jobs. You're supporting yourself so well. Like you can clearly tell that drive is there. And I think with the Black Welsh Music Awards and all of those things that we'll be going into, there'll be a lot of opportunity there. Like, I mean, you're even creating opportunities for artists now, aren't you? Even though you've had to like graft for it all yourself.
Yeah.
Before we get on to the Black Welsh Music Awards though, can we talk about how you opened for Elvis Costello, please? I'm sorry, can we just go there for a second?
There's like a drum roll happening, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. I performed at BBC Radio 4, and Elvis was part of the panel in the programme on BBC Radio 4, Loose Ends, with Clive Anderson.
Okay.
So that was in London, and I performed my track, Don't Hold Me Down, and he was there with Martin Kemp. There were quite a few big industry guys in the room. We talked after the program, and he was like, I love this. I love the way you incorporate piano on top of your beats, like solo textures and stuff. Because I have different sets, you see. I have solo piano, but then I also have like stripped back. I have my 11-piece ensemble. I have a DJ suite. And it's all my original music, and I direct it like a musical director. So yeah, Elvis listened to Don't Hold Me Down. He loved it. Yeah, and we really got on. We took selfies in the room. We were like exchanging, contacts. He really was favourable and really lovely person, down to earth. Can you imagine, Sera, a year later, right? His agent called me out of the blue, and she said, Elvis remembers you from that BBC Radio 4 show. He would like you to open for his big tour in Wales.
Oh my God! Wait! So this is happening?
It is happening.
Oh my God! This is happening.
I was jumping with Professor. We were like little girls fangirling.
That is incredible.
It was, oh my gosh. Like when it's like 1 in a million chances that could happen to anyone. You put in the graft and then things start to materialize,
Absolutely. I think I've said a few things about rules, like of what I feel like the universe goes by, and that's like you got to put like 20% in and then the universe gives you that 80%, right? But you have to like hone in on it and like really sort of like visualize it and manifest. And it seems like you're a strong manifester, you know, you're a strong manifester, and also you just belong where you belong, you know.
Oh, when you know your purpose, you know.
Exactly.
And that happened, Sarah. It happened in the New Theatre Cardiff.
Wow.
I was the only support act, black support act for Elvis Costello in Wales. Mazza.
That is huge, especially because I know when I did Eisteddfod and Tafwyl, there were talks of how the industry can be quite male-dominated.
Yeah.
No disrespect here, you know, but there aren't that many females. And then we go into like people of color as well, really, and then you know, women of color.
That's a whole topic.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's a whole topic. It's a whole topic. We can,
should.
if you'd like to go into it, we
Yes,
absolutely
please.
can. You
Yes,
know,
please.
it is. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. You
with
know,
it.
let's go, girl.
We're gonna go deep today.
Okay, yeah. So tell me a little bit about your experience as a woman of colour in the music industry, particularly in Wales, or you can go further because I know you went to university. Where did you go to university?
Brunel University in London. I
Oh,
studied
there we
music
go.
performance. It was an absolute pleasure to do that. And yeah, being a woman of colour in Wales is not easy. You have to fight for your position. No one is doing it for you. And also, it's really, really tough because being a black female musician, it's kind of white dominated particularly from where I'm at in Swansea. There's like a lot of rock indie. No, it's amazing stuff, but it's hard to break through when it's dominated by that.
Yeah.
And it's a tricky one. Black female producers, they're very rare to come by.
Yes, and I think this is what you just stand out. Not your sound, actually, the way that you compose, I've noticed, is just very, very beautiful. Like for me personally, I find the music gives me like chills and goosebumps quite a lot for me, right? But just the fact that you are also female and producing and also of colour is crazy. It is awesome. It's like, yeah, definitely.
But we should be a majority.
Yeah, absolutely, definitely. Like, for sure, for sure.
Like we're really close together in the black community, you know, like we support each other, but it's just we don't have a mobile scene, and we're leading on to the Black Welsh Music Awards.
We are. I think we are. Yeah.
Our industry here is like really, really scarce, and we need the spotlight for our black artists, for black females, for everyone of black origin to be spotlighted in the global sphere. In Wales.
Definitely.
You know, that we don't need to go to London to make it.
Yeah.
That people want to come here and see our talent because there's so much.
Absolutely.
Oh man, the artists that are here is just phenomenal. Or I could list so many. You, Miss Faithy, Blankface, Mace the Great, so many artists. Lem Freck. Ooh, that guy. Oh, if I'm not naming you, you are awesome and you are incredible. There's just so many.
I think we should bring your mum on now and actually Professor Uzo.
Black Welsh
please
Music
come
Awards.
join us and let's talk about the Black Welsh Music Awards for a little bit.